99 Damage live from the PGL Major in Krakow. I'm here with NBK. NBK, unfortunately, you went out early in the tournament. What were the deciding factors for that?
Oh, that's a big general question. A lot of things. I mean, the bottom line, I think, for it is that in general, we just didn't perform very well as a group, and deeper than that, it's just each and every individual didn't give what it needed to give in a CS way to actually perform good and beat teams such as Fnatic or basically all the ones that we lost against. So it comes from the players. Like each and every player didn't give their 20% within the team, and then the whole group couldn't work very properly because of that. So
You just experienced the highest of highs by winning ESL Pro League, and now kind of the lowest of lows by going out in the group stage. How is the atmosphere within the team right now?
I don't know. It's a weird mix between we're trying to stay united as a group and trying to have fun together. I mean, have fun is a big word, but weighing the situation together and just being okay with it. And on the other hand, trying to find the solutions because we're gonna have a 2 weeks break and trying to find the solutions before coming back from holidays because when you come back, you're gonna have like lands 2 or 3 weeks after with very few practice and the online seasons that are starting again, etc. So it's going to be very fast, and we have to find the solutions right now to put more structure and how to make the group work again and with a better basis. And that's a very hard task to do. So yeah, it's that weird mix between trying to stay together, but also pointing the right things so we can move forward and come better, stronger the next season. So yeah, it's between 2 worlds, I guess.
You had you had some hard opponents within the group stage. Are you a fan of the Swiss system?
Yes, I still like the Swiss system. I've seen a lot of people criticizing it and asking for reseeding, etc. I didn't dig too much into it, to be honest. The only thing is, it's hard. I mean, sure, some teams qualified by beating lower opponents, I guess, but with all the teams we've faced, we have to beat them in order to pass groups because like CS is so close at the moment that you have to beat teams. You have to beat a lot of teams that are very good right now. And so, regardless of who we play, we have to be better than them. We have to beat them at some point. Fnatic, we have to beat them if we want to be top 8. I mean, to me, it's pretty logical, and it would have happened in a GSL format probably. Like we would have a team of the same caliber. So. I don't know. I still like the system. I still like the Swiss system, and to me, it makes the right balance between the best of 3s, where you have to have a lot of preparation and go over 3 maps, etc., on a long matchup, and being very explosive in the best of 1 and having very precise maps where you're among the best teams in the world at. So it's obviously better for upsets and for lower tier opponents, but if you want to be the best team in the world, I think it's a good thing to have both sides, where you have to be very strong in best of 1s, but also good in best of 3s, and that's what I like about. And I think I haven't seen too many persons talk about it that way, but that's what I like about Swiss plus best of 3.
The big drama at this event was, of course, the jump bug, and we all know it hasn't been discovered at this event. It just got all the attention.
Yes.
How long have you actually known about it?
We didn't really check it, to be honest. Like I think the whole team that we have didn't really pay attention much to it. Like we just saw probably Legajet doing it on cash at the qualifier, but I mean, again, I think not a lot of teams were expecting big at that level, and so of course you watch the demos, but generally the players don't watch them individually, and so when you have like coaches or analysts, they don't really look at each and every player what they do exactly, and it's more about a general approach of the game. And so it's harder to find out, and for instance, if SK is doing it because they're like everybody's watching them, everybody's aiming for them, and so you would figure it out instantly. But I mean, they tried it, they tried something, they played their card, and then story followed.
Do you think, you just said nobody expected him to be this good? Do you think if they would have been less good, that that there would have been less of a shitstorm?
Oh, absolutely not. I think it's. I'm just saying in a way that people haven't been watching them that closely than they should have, because they came in with an extremely clear game plan, and with each and every player trusting it 100%, and that's what made the difference. And so I'm 99% sure that even without that bug, they would have went through in the group and won all those 3 games because they were playing good. They were playing good. There's no denying in that, and they came in with 1,000% trust in what they're doing, and it shows. And they don't need that to be a very good contender.
Right, players took the decision in their own hand and made an agreement about the jump bug. Yes. And players in general seem to be banding together recently. You decided on the player break and on the jump bug. How is that? Why is that coming now?
I mean, it's not as clear as it looks from the outside. But there was, for instance, like a talk after with some players while we were playing against Cloud9, I think it was, and there were all the players banding with Valve and PGL, and then we had a smaller meeting when Big arrived, so we can all talk together. But Big were extremely reasonable in the use of what they were doing and the approach of it in general in the tournament. And so there was absolutely no problem in having every player agreeing on the same thing. Like Big knew that, I mean, Big didn't have any problem not playing with it. They just came in and put it bluntly that it's okay, like we agree not to use it, there's no problem. And I think there was just a lot of miscommunication in the fact that Big just qualified, went to the restaurant, couldn't be at the first meeting when all the players got together, and then that's where it just got a bit out of hand because everybody was getting angry and there was a lot of talks behind each other's backs and half of the things were not even true that were being said, etc. So there was this, and then all the players in general agree on the same things. There's rarely a team that comes on and is like, I completely disagree with the rest of the world, and so it's fairly easy to get everyone on the same page. So it just when we need to have talks, team gather and talk about things, and that's the bottom line of it. There's no big thing yet.
You said yet, so could this be the basis for a player union, these successful decisions?
I think it's just very hard regarding the fact that we have so many different tournaments and like teams don't participate in the same tournament, so it's very easy to have one player union for the NBA or the NFL or whichever league it is in Europe or in one country, because all the players of one game play in the same league, so they're all gathered, they play the same time, the same schedule, etc. So it's much easier. For us it's much harder because we're not on the same continent, so we all play together, and we play with different time zones, different schedules, different leagues, etc. So it's much harder to put together. We're trying to put a bit more structure in it, but it's very hard to do it.
Right. Thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you.
That was NBK and 99 Damage live from the PGL Major.